Hello guys and welcome to this video. Now, in the next 2 weeks until the 1st of May, I'm going to be giving away a watch. And this is to celebrate 5,000 followers on my Instagram at Seiko Mods Dubai. Thanks for all the support guys over the years. I've made hundreds of watches now, documented most of them on that page as well as this YouTube channel. And I decided now is the time to do another giveaway. This one's going to be a bit different though. In this giveaway, you're actually going to have to be a little bit creative in order to win. It's not just going to be luck. I'm going to challenge you to design a custom watch for yourself that you really want made. And it's got to be something different, something unique. Mod Mode Watches over here are actually going to sponsor all of the parts. I'm going to build it in Dubai and then ship it to you as the winner, potentially. So that's the idea. You're going to be able to choose any combination of parts from Mod Mode Watches. They're going to send them to me. I'm going to build you the watch and ship it to you wherever you might be in the world. I'm going to only do this once, so now's your chance to get involved. And of course, you need to be following me at Seiko Mods Dubai on Instagram. You need to be subscribed to this channel. I'll also post a link to Mod Mode's Instagram and YouTube channel as well. And I'll explain a bit more about their involvement as we go. So this is your chance to be creative. As you can see, I've got a bunch of different watches here. Most of these styles you could probably design using the parts from Mod Mode. So I'm just going to go over them very quickly. We've got a sea urchin build here in the shape of a Kermit, Rolex Kermit design. That's one of my personal watches. We've got this new Omega style. The entire bezel is loomed here, made of ceramic. It's got a double dome sapphire, coin edge bezel, gorgeous blue fitted rubber strap as well. Of course, NH36 movement inside. Really nice looking watch, especially in the dark. We've also got a more classic SKX build. This one's got black day date, same coin edge bezel with this dark blue ceramic insert and a nice oyster bracelet. We've got my Porsche inspired turtle mod with that contrasting seconds hand and this gorgeous rare grey Seiko dial on a leather strap. So you can see you can be quite creative with these types of watches. Now Mod Mode have also introduced recently these lovely Patek Philippe Nautilus style case sets, and actually they also supply this gorgeous skeleton movement. This is the NH72 and that little ring, the Minute Track ring, which is actually a dial with a cutout. They make those as well specifically for this purpose. So these are really gorgeous parts that are only available from Mod Mode Watches. We also have, this is one of my custom builds. I'm not sure if I've shared this with you yet, but this has got a rare meteorite dial and it's got a lovely ceramic bezel. This one's all brushed, so it's designed to be a bit more of a tool watch, a bit more of a kind of a tougher sort of design, and I think I've pulled it off. It's also on a nice deployant buckle, nice slim sapphire case back in there as well. But I've just got these here just to show you some of the parts that you might want to think about when you are designing your own build. So this has got a lovely mother of pearl dial, and this AP case set is also available from Mod Mode. So you can actually make a wide variety of different design ideas from one place. And this is perfect for what we're trying to do. So what you're gonna have to do is go onto Mod Mode Watches. So that's modmodewatches.com. You're gonna fill your cart with enough parts to build one watch. So that, for example, that's gonna be a case, a crown, a bezel insert, a crystal, a dial, a handset, a movement, a case back if necessary, and of course a strap or a bracelet. And a chapter ring, I almost forgot. So I believe that's all the list of parts. I will show you an example in a minute of me designing a new watch idea. So you're gonna have to come up with a cart full of parts that is your basic, your favorite design, your best design idea. Then you're gonna screenshot that cart and you're gonna email it to me, and that's info@seikomodsdubai.com. So again, all of this will be in the description, so you can note down the key addresses you need. But info@seikomodsdubai.com, that's where you're going to have to send your cart screenshot from Mod Mode watches with every part you would have wanted in your ideal watch. Now, when you think about designing a watch, try not to copy any of my ideas or even any popular designs. So I don't really want to open my email and find 15 different versions of a sub, for example. But if you can be a bit creative, try and take inspiration from historic, interesting watches. If it's really personal to you, perhaps colorways, flat colors. There's lots of different things you can do to stand out a bit, and that's what I want you guys to think about. I'll be actually choosing the winner myself, and the competition is going to close on the 1st of May. I'm going to choose the winner, so please include your name, your location, and of course your watch design in there as well in your message. And you can actually explain your idea to me as well. You can write down a little note explaining what you were going for. So once you've done all that, you just need to wait till after the 1st of May. I'm going to do another video, so please do subscribe to this channel, because you'll obviously want to find out if you won and also who the winner was and what design I picked in the end and why. So that is the premise of this competition. I didn't want to do a standard kind of random number generator, random comment picker thing, because I find that sometimes people just join for the sake of it being a competition. They're not really into watches. They're not really interested in the prize. So this will reward those of you that are really genuinely into watches. You're enthusiasts, you're fans of the channel, perhaps you've modded watches yourself as well, and you've always wanted to try this, but you never got round to it. This is for you. So do have a go, guys. I know it's a bit of an effort to actually submit your entry, but that will sort the true enthusiasts and the true interested people from everybody else. So here's an example. Let me just put this away a minute. I'll zoom in on the screen and then I'll show you an example of a design that I would actually quite like to build. All right, guys, so I don't see many Tudor style Seiko mods around, and I've always liked the red bezel Tudor and also the red sub that Tudor make. So I wanted to make a Tudor inspired idea for an example for you guys. So I'm going to do that all on Mod Mode watches, and this is exactly how you'll want to approach it as well. So the first thing I'm going to look for is a dial, because dials are often the best way to start a Seiko mod. So I'm going to click on Essentials, go down to Dials, and the nice thing with Mod Mode is that they actually have a lot of original Seiko dials. So if it's got the Seiko logo on it, you know it's a real Seiko dial, it's not a fake one. So this is a great source for original parts as well. So I'm looking, there's an older SKX dial I'm just looking for here. Where did I see it? I think I might have seen it in bestsellers actually, so I'll drop in there. Was it here? There it is. So this SKX 173 dial has got these interesting square markers. I've never used this dial before, and I think it's actually going to match what I'm going for, which is this sort of Tudor sub with the snowflake hands. So I'm going to add that to cart. Obviously, you don't need to go ahead with this cart. Don't click PayPal and pay for it. You know, you're going to just build the cart, so it's a nice, easy list for you to then share with me. So we've got that one. Next is going to be the hands. So let's go on to, whoops, apologies, my screen here isn't super sensitive, so it takes a little while, but I'm going to go for the polished snowflake hands, very similar to these except in just plain silver. And I'm going to add a chapter ring. So that's the dial, the hands, and the chapter ring. And I'm going to go for brushed silver, although there are many other options, and obviously this video would be too long if I shared absolutely every option with you. So a brushed chapter ring is going to get added as well. So add that. So it's nice as well because it reminds you of what you've already got. So we've got the dial, we've got the hands, we've got the chapter ring. Before I forget, let's add the movement. Because I do want a good movement in here. I'm going to go for the classic NH36, but I'm going to make one change to it and you'll see what I do in a second. I'm going to add that one. Most watches will fit fine with this NH36 movement, don't worry about the movement too much. I'll always help you out in case, you know, you've picked a nice design, but the wrong movement, I'll definitely help you out with that anyway. Now, I think it was in accessories. Yes, what I wanted was this date wheel, I should say. This one, because there is a line of Tudor subs that had a red date, and I really like that. So I'm gonna include that as a part because obviously I need it for my watch and it's gonna work for what I'm trying to do. Next thing is the case. Now, I think I'll go into essentials again because another nice thing with mod mode watches is that actually they are, I think, the only place where you can get this new case type from that I've not tried before, and it's this one, the slim sub case. One problem, I don't have any here to show you unfortunately, but one problem with some of the Seiko sub style cases is that they are actually sometimes a bit too chunky. They end up really quite thick, and Mod Mode released this new slim case and I'm dying to use it, so I'm going to pick this one. Comes with a solid case back. Not sure if we get any pictures of that. No, we don't, but I assume it's just a plain case back. But the nice thing here is it's going to be super slim. So yes, we definitely want that one. Now, you will have to stick to parts that are in stock. You might notice on a few of the options, there's not always parts in stock. You're going to have to stick to the ones that are in stock for this to work, but that's part of the challenge as well. So you can't have any part under the sun. It has to be a part that's in stock, and you get a nice cart like this. So what have we got so far? We need a crown. So essentials, crowns, as you can see, Mod Mode have got loads of parts available. They're not sponsoring this video per se, they are sponsoring the competition. So of course, they're going to be supplying the winner with any parts that they have picked for one watch build. So big thanks to Theo for helping us out here. He actually reached out and suggested this to me, which I was really pleased with. I wasn't expecting a mod shop like Mod Mode to get in touch, but they did, and they've always helped me out. So big thanks to Theo and Mod Mode Watches for this. So I'm just gonna go for a standard, well actually, you know what? I'm gonna go for the Red S crown. Now again, just be careful when you're picking things like crowns and cases that they will be compatible with each other. On the most part, if you stick to SKX 007 style parts, it's quite easy, everything will go together. So let's see what we've got in this cart. We've got a crown, we've got a case, we've got a movement, we've got a chapter ring, hands and a dial. So the last things are a bezel and a crystal. Now, if we go back again into essentials, please don't forget, guys, that a bezel is actually the moving metal part, not the colourful part. So for example here, this is a coin edge bezel. For a Tudor style build, I would typically go for a coin edge bezel. As you can see, the Tudor I'm wearing now, it's incredibly thin compared to the Seiko version, but it is a coin edge bezel. Now for this sub idea, I'm actually going to make it a little bit, actually, yes, let's stick with the coin edge actually. I was going to go for the standard sub style, but I do really quite like the coin edge. I think it'll look a bit more classic with that dial and handset as well. So we've got a coin edge bezel. As you can see, again, loads of different options there. And now we come to the bezel inserts. Now, some of you might want to check out this page first because it's got so many different options of ceramic inserts, different colors, different designs. You can make a ton of different Yachtmaster designs, for example, in loads of different themes, Omega style inserts as well. The one I've found, which I think I really want to use, is this one. Now, Mod Mode is one of the only places that carries these. They are quite hard to come by, but it's an aluminium red sub style insert, and this is going to really work for my Tudor Black Bay Tudor sub idea. Now, the reason I'm going for aluminium and not ceramic, because red is incredibly hard to do. You might have seen a video of mine explaining that, you know, you've got to be careful with some colors in ceramic. I know from practice that red is better done in aluminium, and the actual original Tudor watches are all aluminium anyway. That's possibly a reason why they're aluminium, because red is so hard to make in ceramic. Anyway, long story short, I'm going to add that. And I think we are almost there. I think we just need a crystal. So we need a crystal now and a strap. So as you can see, I have gone, even though I told you guys not to do, you know, the same old sub design, I have tried to change it up with this red date wheel and this interesting red bezel. So it's not a copy of a watch that's on the market now, but it's inspired by both a Tudor and its sort of roots. I'll show you a quick example of the sort of watch I'm interested in here. The next thing is going to be the crystals. So let's find the crystals. There we go. Really quite easy to navigate. And the crystal you'll want is going to be this one, no bevel edge. Now just a point about the crystals, a no bevel edge crystal looks like this, where there is no edge between the glass and the ceramic part here and the bezel insert. If you look carefully, because it's domed, it's better if the insert is also sloping in that case. If you've got a flat bezel insert, I've got one on this turtle here, that's a flat insert up against a specific type of crystal that will accept that. You just have to be a bit careful and choose the correct crystal for your bezel design as well. But in this case, because it's a sloping bezel design, which is most of them, to be honest guys, you're probably going to want to go for this one. As you can see, I've used it an awful lot on virtually all my mods. This is the one people like the best. So I'm going to keep it with clear AR as well. So we're almost there guys. We've got a double dome crystal, we've got an aluminium bezel in that red color, we've got the coin edge bezel, the rotating part, we've got this crown case, we've got the date wheel movement, chapter ring, which is just a plain brushed one similar to this. I really like how this sort of looks. It drops the dial deep into the watch case there, or it looks like it, compared to the same sort of setup, but where you can see the dramatic difference that brushed insert sometimes makes. It also makes it look a bit more like some of those other watches like Rolex and Tudor watches. They all have that kind of setup, as you can see on mine. So hands, which are the snowflake hands, and that interesting SKX 173 dial. The last thing I need is a strap. Now I love bracelets and I think this one deserves a bracelet. If you have a look in straps and bracelets, Mod Mode have actually got a massive range. Again, we've got the one I'm going to go for is this oyster one here, which is similar to this example. It'll probably be much the same bracelet as the one that's on here, and I think that's going to work for my kind of slightly vintage sub idea. But you've got a load of straps, including some fun colors of the fitted style, similar to this one, and various other options, including some interesting end link straps, which have actually got a little metal end link on the end of the strap. Again, quite an interesting look. Not tried it myself before, would love to try it. So I'm going to go for this. Now, as soon as I've done this and I'm happy with it, all I'll need to do if I'm joining the contest is screenshot either this page here, or just go into the shopping cart and actually screenshot that. You might need to do it in a few different screenshots just to get it to fit, or perhaps you could copy it as a table and just paste it in an email. So don't forget, you're going to have to email this to info@seikomodsdubai.com. Okay, that's how you enter the contest. You've got until the 1st of May to submit your designs. Now, I'm not going to say it's one per person. You could actually submit more than one design if you wanted, but make sure you are also including your name, your location, and an explanation of your idea and what you would really like to do with it. So it's open to all. Anyone is welcome to join. Just know as well, when it comes to actually receiving your watch, depending on your country, you might need to pay some import duty on it, because I do have to declare the values of any watches I send from Dubai, but that shouldn't be a problem, shouldn't put you off. I'm really excited to see, guys, what kind of designs you lot come up with. And of course, thank you to Mod Mode Watches for helping me organize this. I think this is going to be a really interesting idea and a concept for a giveaway. We're not just giving away a random watch to the person who gets the most lucky, we're actually rewarding your effort in going onto the store, having a look around and compiling your best option. Now, one extra point is if you are interested in doing an AP style watch, this actually comes as a case set. So you won't need half as many parts and the process will be a lot quicker. So you could have a look at dials. These chapter rings are the same chapter ring as in an SKX model. So you can choose a chapter ring, the handset, the movement, of course, you're going to want to pick as well. You can have a look at some of my other videos and examples to learn that. Also, same goes for the Nautilus style, because that actually comes as a case set. It includes the crown already. Don't need to worry about that. You can just focus on what happens here. And please check out Seiko Mods Dubai on Instagram for more inspiration. Check out Mod Mode Watches for your watch parts. Big thanks to Theo there for helping us out this time. And best of luck, guys. I can't wait to see what you lot come up with. Okay, have a good day and I'll see you very soon.